Good morning, students. Today I am going to teach you 9th Standard English Unit 2 poem A Poison Tree by William Blake. This video is the continuation of A Poison Tree poem. Shall we move? Today we see the last stanza. We see the last stanza, not only the last stanza, but also I will explain the whole poem. After I explain the last stanza, after that I will explain the whole poem. Okay, students, now I explain the last stanza. And into my garden stole, when the night had twined the people, in the morning glad I see my enemy outstretched beneath the tree. So the final stanza brings the anger to an end. The final stanza brings the anger to an end. However, the narrator has lost his humanity. Now he is glad. That the enemy is dead. Now he is very glad that the enemy is dead. The fruit of his antagonism. Means the poison tree. Here, the fruit of his antagonism means the poison tree. The poison apple. The poison fruit. The poison apple lured the enemy. And now the foe has been eradicated. The last line of the poem. My foe outstretched beneath the tree. The last line of the poem indicates that the narrator finds comfort in the death of the other man. The last line of the poem. What is the last line here? My foe outstretched beneath the tree. So the last line of the poem indicates that the narrator finds comfort in the death of the other man. So William Blake uses the poem as a warning to those who harbor grudges and allow the feelings of resentment to stay inside without dealing with them communication. Dealing with them communication becomes the only way to avoid the fruit of the poison tree. Have you understood, student? The last stanza. What is the meaning of the last stanza? The final stanza brings the anger to an end. However, the narrator has lost his humanity. Now he is glad that the enemy is dead. The fruit of his antagonism, that is the poison apple, lured the enemy and the foe has been eradicated. The enemy has been eradicated. The last line of the poem indicates the narrator finds comfort in the death of the other man. Okay, students. Now I explain the whole poem. A poison tree. I was angry with my foe. I told my wrath the end. I was angry with my foe. I told it not, my wrath did grow. And I watered it in fears, night and morning with my tears. And I snagged it with smiles and with soft, deceitful wiles. And it grew both day and night, till it bore an apple bright. And my foe beheld it shine, and he knew that it was mine. And into my garden stole, when the right herd peered the pole. In the morning glad I see my foe outstretched beneath the tree. So the poem, The Poison Tree, A Poison Tree by William Blake provides a clear lesson, on how to handle anger both with a friend and enemy. In this poem, Blake warns about the ill effects of holding malice inside oneself. The poem is a metaphor. For what happens when one allows anger to grow within. Okay. The first stanza, the first stage describes a friend getting anger at his friend because the speaker know and liked this person. Okay. He explained his feelings and the conflict was resolved. The anger ended. On the other hand, the speaker clashed with a person whom he did not like. He heard that irritation inside and did not express or tell the other person what was wrong. The resentment began to grow inside the speaker. Okay. The second stage begins the external metaphor with the comparison of the anger and the poison tree. Irritating the idea of the narrator cultivating his rage. He waters the budding tree with fears and tears every day, even the night. Still, the enemy does not know of this growing fury. Fear can make a person and out of character and loss his emotional balance. Deceptively, the speaker employs his smiles as though it was the application of his son to the toxic tree. So the third stage, notice describes the tree metaphor. Anger poisons the human spirit. Furthermore, it endangers the ability to use logical reasoning. Finally, this tree bears the fruit of the narrator's fury in the form of a beautiful, appealing apple, as in the typical forbidden fruit. The enemy desires the apple and realizes that it belongs to the speaker. Okay, and final stanza. The final stanza brings the anger to an end. However, the narrator has lost his humanity. Okay, however, the final stanza lost his humanity. Now he is glad. That is the enemy. That the enemy is dead. The fruit of his antagonism lured the enemy, and now the enemy has been eradicated. The last line of the poem indicates the narrator finds comfort in the death of the other man. So, conclusion. What is the conclusion here? What is the conclusion the poet gives? Blake uses the poem as a warning to those who harbor grudges and allow the feelings of resentment to stay inside without dealing with them. Communication becomes the only way to avoid the fruit of the poison tree. Blake uses the poem as a warning to those who harbor grudges and allow the feelings of resentment to stay inside without dealing with them. Communication becomes the only way to avoid the fruit of the poison tree. Okay, students, have you understood the poem A Poison Tree? Okay, students, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed and learned about a poison tree, the whole poem, the poison tree. Okay, students, thank you. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you, students.